Welcome once again to the Russell Brown Show. In this episode, of course, I'm going to be talking about working with Adobe Photoshop Touch here on this tablet. But I've got a really great project for you. This demonstrates the simplicity in which you can combine layers together to create a really fun project, and that's what Photoshop Touch is all about. I'm going to, of course, start with this amazing looking model, which must be at least a 10-year-old photo. And let's go ahead and turn on a layer that I already had existing here. Because in this costume adventure here on Photoshop Touch, I want to bring in additional layers and create a costume. But I also have a tip and technique to show you about changing the lighting on these costumes. I'm going to go ahead and bring in an additional costume layer. I'm going to go over here to this flyout menu here at the top. And I'm going to go to a collection of costumes here, as you can see here. I'm going to scroll down through and find a hat right here. I've saved these files in a PNG 24-bit format. That allows me to import them with transparency. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my image. Wow, Mr. Brown, those are really great costumes, aren't they? Now here's my costume. I can change the size of this. Let's drop it down in size. Keep on going about there. Let's reposition it. Like this. A little bit too small. Let's change the size a bit. It's got to at least fit on the top of my head. But it's nice to be able to adjust that. One of the things to watch out for when adjusting files is right down here. Do you see the little horseshoe down here? It has a check mark near it. I can uncheck this by clicking on it. That allows me to move things without them snapping into the image near the edges of your image. So now I can have more of a free-flowing adjustment without it snapping to the edge of my image. I also can adjust and distort the hat by clicking on this link right here, this chain link right there, to unlink that. So I now can click on the edge of the hat and make the hat a little wider to fit my head a little bit better, or a little bit taller. So I can make adjustments to it. Don't forget those two little items right there while you're moving things. Let's click Done. Now what I want to show you is a really nice way to relight things. When you're combining things together, you want to change the lighting so they match the lighting of your subject. In this case, the light is here on his right-hand side of the image, and it's bright on the left-hand side of the image. And we want to have that same lighting here on the hat. To do that, I can target a layer, and especially since this is on transparency, I can go up here to my Effects menu and down to Lighting right here. I'm going to put the lighting right on the hat. As you can see here, I can readjust the center point for this light, then click on the outside point and drag this in, and I can start to adjust the light. Now it seems a little bit too bright, so I can bring down the intensity here by dragging the intensity slider down. You see that? I have a nice fall off. It's starting to look right. But experiment with both your specularity and the size and radius of your light source. So I want the light source coming right in from the left and then falling off to the right. But the specularity will let you see detail in the shadows. Watch this. As I move the specularity higher, it gets darker. If I move the specularity lower, you see the nice subtle drop off. It's not too bright on the top of the hat, and it folds and bends in almost a 3D fashion around the shape of this hat. We can then apply this, and I really like the fact that since this is on a layer, it has no effect on the transparency behind the hat and just leaves this nice shadowing effect. We can target the outfit of this crazy character by clicking on that layer. Go back in again to our lighting. And since all of our lighting effects are the same, or should be the same since we last used them, typically I can just click in the center and reposition the light source so that it then lights the jacket in the same way that it lit the hat, which is really nice. Maybe I'll increase the size a bit more, just like this, and apply it just like that. Cool. Let's bring this up in size and take a look at it. You know what this needs? It needs one more layer. it needs some glasses. Let's go right over here to my menu here at the top and use the Creative Cloud. It's really fantastic because I happen to have some perfect glasses to go with this set. Once again, I'm clicking on these glasses, which is a 24-bit PNG file that I exported from Photoshop. And check out the transparency inside the lenses of the glasses. And let's unlock it like we did before. Turn off the magnetic snap, and then let's adjust the sides so it looks like I'm looking right through those. And I can start to adjust this and then reposition it like this. Just a little bit. Let's just squeeze that in a little bit tighter on the sides. What a great set of costumes. There. But wait, my glasses are behind my hat. Let's move that. Simply click on the glasses, slide the layer up, drop it. Fantastic. What a great set of costumes, you're saying. And boy, don't you wish you could use these same costumes to experiment with these techniques? Well, what if I were going to tell you right now that I'm going to let you have this entire set of Dr. Brown's costume collection is now available to you. And it will only cost you, it doesn't cost you anything, it's free. They're already set in the 24-bit PNG format. You then upload them to your version of the Creative Cloud, and then you too can create your own costume show here. Don't forget to use your favorite friend and costume them up and use my technique for lighting their costumes so it looks a little bit more real. There you have it, a great demo, a great set of costumes, and these are all available on Adobe TV. Look for the download link. There you have it. Have fun.